Good morning, everyone. Pastor Paul asked me to share something that happened to me last week. I guess in the wee hours of the morning, they can really long story short. In the wee hours of the morning, the Lord woke me up, and I immediately, for some reason, just touched the back of my ear, and I had a lump on the back of my ear, the right side of the right ear. It was a little smaller than a golf ball, and I was like, because I had never felt it there, and so I called my husband and I told Derek, I said, Derek, I got a lump on the back side of my ear, and he was on his way home from work, and he said, I'll be there in a few minutes. He said, and so he came home, cut the light on, and he asked me to bend over, and he rubbed my ear, and he was like, you hadn't felt that before? And I was like, no. I said, I've touched my ear back before, but I said, I've never felt it. And I said, and it's huge. He said, well, you need to make a doctor's appointment. And I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And so I laid down, and I went in the den, and I laid down because I just felt like I needed to be up for some reason. So I laid down, and I was praying, and I was coming against whatever it was. I didn't know if it was a tumor or whatever trying to rise up or whatever. So I fell asleep, and the Lord woke me up and said, the Spirit of the Lord said to me, speak to the mountain. And so I said, and I just touched the back of my ear, behind my ear, and I just said, you're my mountain. And I command you in Jesus' name to move, but not to any other part of my body to move into the sea. And it was like the Spirit of the Lord put me to sleep. And because I don't remember falling back to sleep. But all of a sudden I heard the Lord's voice say, wake up, I've healed you. And so I touched the back of my ear, and it was gone. And the next morning when Derek got up, I said, Derek, you're not going to believe this, brother. So I told him what happened while he was asleep. And he said, let me see. So he touched the back of my ear, and he looked, and he started smiling. I said, Derek, I said, Jesus heals. He heals. And he had this big smile on his face. He said, I see. He said, I see. And that was the first time, he told me later, that was the first time he ever saw an actual manifestation of a healing. And so I told him, I said, this thing is real. So I want to encourage y'all that whatever comes up in your life, no matter what that thing is, to speak to the mountain, because Jesus died and paid for it all. It's up to us to take authority and speak to our mountains and command them to move, because they have to obey, because we have authority over them. So I just want to encourage y'all with that this morning.